Come and join us in the lounge. All are welcome here.
Come and join us in the lounge. It's the podcast you deserve because you are educated. Unlike the situation we might be in today, and we have a little inside baseball on the educational system. Beth, how are you?
Good.
Beth is, why don't you just tell us your deal? I want to know the demographics. Don't say anything about where you are, no names, or make up names.
Okay.
Which I think some of them actually did. Anyway, go ahead.
So this past school year, I taught 6th, 7th, and 8th grade PE, and then I was the girls basketball coach at a school.
Did you pick PE because?
I picked PE because there's no homework in PE. So I was thinking, this is going to be easy.
So
just goof off, get to shoot some basketballs, whenever I felt like it, be in the gym all the time. Anyway, so I was very mistaken. It was just it's kind of funny because the kids are so apathetic for anything. So particularly schoolwork, but also when it comes to moving their body, like the kids are just like okay with being fat and like non-athletic. Like being athletic is not a virtue anymore. Like when I was in school, because we're Gen X, when I was in school in the 80s and the 90s, it was like everybody wanted to be the fastest runner, or, people would compete. Not these kids. These kids are like, you'd have to threaten them to even jog.
Or even partake at all.
Or not even, I'd have to threaten them and say, I'm going to give you a 0 for the day if you choose not to. And I would just have like the usual suspects. I'd probably have like out of a class of 20, I'd say I'd have like 5 every day or every class that would just sit on the ground, like refuse to participate. So
okay, I'm going to kind of interview with you with some loaded questions because I already know the answer to them. And so anyway, what was the most frustrating part of? First of all, let me back up. I was not a very good student, but I don't ever remember like fronting teachers or anything like that. What is the big difference between behavior? Tell me if this is right. Is it their learning or desire to learn anything, or behavior that most teachers in the school are spending their time on?
It's all about behavior. And I mean, the kids are apathetic to learning anyways, and they're retarded. Like they're dumb. Like I will say that. Like I'm not going to tell you what school I was about. Like they didn't know how to spell. They couldn't read. I mean,
this
like
is 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
6th, 7th, and 8th grade. I mean, I had 8th graders that didn't know how to spell names of stuff and like people's name. I mean, this one girl was dating a boy and didn't know how to spell his name right, and it was really bad. And so I was just kind of like, this is not.
But it's not like this one kid that like you feel like just needs a little help. It's like 40 of them between all your classes.
Oh yeah. And then like some of them got caught with weed, and so they get expelled. And then one of them was my height, an 8th grade boy who stepped to me, like bowed up to me.
Well, he's 6'1".
Yeah, he's 6'1", big old boy. Like stepped up to me, like bowed up to me, in class because I criticized him. I said, "Hey, I've already said put the balls up." The bell rang. When I say put the balls up, put the balls up. Kid stepped to me, got right in my face, and looked me up and down, just kind of like trying to intimidate me. And I looked back at him like, are you kidding me? Like, you don't know who you're talking to. Like, seriously.
Well, so do you find that the other teachers that had like regular classrooms with desks were having at least the same amount of frustration that you were?
Oh, absolutely. Like they were having like so much frustration because like over the intercom, at least twice a day we would hear officer so-and-so to room such and such.
So they were calling the cops too.
We had a cop that was on campus, and they were either administration would be called if it were just like a disciplinary thing. But if it were like a misdemeanor type of a felony type of a crime, the cop would be called. And so like twice a day, at least twice a day.
Were there like a lot of weapons or anything like that, or did you ever see that? Like,
not weapons, but there was something weird about pencils. Like the kids just love pencils for some reason. Like they'd have like 10 pencils in their pocket, and I don't know what that's all about.
well, you can tattoo with them, and they're sharp, pointy objects.
Those are weapons. So that's kind of what I was saying.
That graphite sticks with you.
Yeah,
I do know that.
yeah, and and I'd have to tell them take the pencils out of your pockets if we're going to do high knees across the floor. You're going to stab yourself as you do butt kicks or high knees.
So on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the best, 1 being the least likely to get, 1 being the most likely to get diabetes sometime before they learn to drive poorly, or 5 being like excellent athlete.
Oh, okay, definitely.
What percentage would you say was in the elite?
The elite, I would say like 5% of the student body would have been like, I'd put them on a sports team, or at least have them. Like the rest of them, they couldn't run. Like they don't know how to run, and
they
then
don't
like
know how to run.
They don't really know how to run. Like this one girl,
Do they like ride bikes and stuff?
I don't know.
Or like skateboard? Or,
like
or
they run
scooter?
weird. Like some girls run with their hands down, and like I don't understand. Like this one girl, she didn't know how to like change direction, so like she'd do a big loop at the other end of the court when we were running. I mean, like she just did do a big loop. She had no idea how to just pivot and turn.
Now you were not endeavored with a lot of talent in there, so you.
No, and I'm not expecting, but these are kind of like simple body movements that you would expect.
Oh, I ran the scoreboard one night. I got to see.
You got to see.
Actually, it was just, it wasn't them. It was how much better every other team I saw.
Every other team was so good, and it was just like my team did.
But that can happen, But the thing that scares me is they can't spell. I was watching something. Of course, I'll leave a link like I never do.
Right.
About just how okay, just literally explain to me what I just said in like 2 sentences.
Mm-hmm.
The girl went to the store, bought a pair of mittens, and then went home and told her mom hello.
And they go.
They'll write it down on the board, and they're like, they can't.
No, they give them like a piece of paper, and they have to read words. The words are probably, they're probably like 10th grade words or something. But these are 8th graders that they're asking to read words. No. These are high school kids. They're asking on the YouTube.
Yeah.
They ask them to read stuff like rendezvous or
like mathematics,
like
algorithm, or
words that you wouldn't normally see, like
xenosphere,
like silhouette, stuff like that. Okay, and the kids are like trying to sound it out, and they'll come up with like something, and then or they'll just get frustrated and quit.
I can't read.
They're like, whatever, I can't read, and then you just storm off.
I mean, like even I don't care what a stoner I was or whatever kind of trouble I was in. I didn't ever want anyone to think I couldn't read. So
I know.
At least that level of, or that I couldn't run, 100 yards, or or knew what a basketball was, or throw a spiral. And it's like, so what is it? The parents, or I mean, give us a rundown of where you think it started going wrong.
It's definitely.
My guess is COVID. Tell me what you think about that.
Oh, I think COVID really hindered these kids very much so, because that would have put them in like 2nd, 3rd grade when they would have had COVID. And so 2nd and 3rd grade, those are pretty formative years. Like, and if you don't develop your social skills and like your behavioral skills, you're just screwed for life. And that's when you do. I mean, like that show, was it Are You Smarter Than a 3rd Grader? Mm. That's basically that's the year they skipped. So it's like these kids, when they're in that 8th grade, and you're just like, why can't they read? Why can't they write? Like, I understand that no kids can write cursive anymore.
They can't read it either.
They can't read cursive. So they don't know how to read a map, like a physical, like fold out map.
What was it? Why am I learning this?
Oh yeah, and then they'd go, well, why do I even need to know this? Because I can just ask AI to read it to me.
Well, I remember when calculators were a big deal. It's like, they would check your bag for calculators and all that stuff. There were some classes that are like, you're able to use your calculator, but you keep it on the desk.
We couldn't use a TI-85, Texas Instrument. We couldn't use a TI-85 calculator in certain classes because you could actually write words in it.
Well, you could write words and turn it upside down. I remember, what was it? 5, 3, 1.
No, not that.
5.
Not that.
You could write boobies upside down.
You write hello, oil. Okay. Well, anyways, no, these kids, you'd be able to write like equations or something like that would cheat. So you weren't even allowed to use. Now you give these kids like the most out of this world calculators, like alien technology, plus all the skills and tools at their fingertips, and they still can't get it. Like it's.
Do you think that there's any chance that we'll just go back to a chalkboard and pen and paper, or do you think we're just too far gone?
I think they're going to be forced to go back to it because of probably like energy and technological availability. I'm going to say I think there's going to be a scarcity when it comes to like kids having access to.
Why? Because it's really not available, or because they're going to limit it?
They're going to limit it because they've started taking away no phones in schools, no laptops. Like, I'd have kids just open up a laptop in the PE class. Like, they'd sit over and I'd say, come on, I'll give you a 0 unless you participate. And they'd go, fine, give me a 0.
It's kind of like, it's right in the ship. It's kind of like deportation or something. Like, not that you're talking about deportating the kids, but like, if it's a mess, it's going to be messy while you clean it up. So like, there might have to be, the metal detector scene, sometimes don't you wish there was a screening as a teacher just for general safety?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, luckily I didn't have that, weapons and stuff, but we definitely had drugs and we definitely had violence. And, I broke up a fist fight in between 2 8th grade boys, and we're talking bloody noses and stuff. These kids, this day and age, these kids are they're about my size. I'm 6'1".
I went to Klein and I can only count maybe a couple of times that it even pushed that kind of envelope. We got caught with a bunch of stuff. It's mostly smoking cigarettes and skipping school and all that, but the violent part, and most of it was that we really didn't want to get in trouble, but we wanted to misbehave. But I just don't remember anyone ever threatening a teacher.
Oh, dude!
And I know it happened. We'd hear stories, but not enough to where you saw it. I mean, I went to high school for 8, 9 years.
Yeah.
And if I didn't,
you're an overachiever.
I wanted to make sure I got it right. They wanted to, just double check my work.
Well, I had a kid, my height, an 8th grade boy, step to me, trying to like intimidate me, bow up to me, and I had to handle that situation. So I was like, I don't really think this is the job for me.
I knew it after a month. I was like, this is not. It was a good idea just because it was a kind of an entry level into maybe seeing coaching and stuff.
Yeah, because I was excited about being a coach.
Yeah. So, and plus, we're in a new place, and and I was kind of a little under the weather, for a stretch of time. But the cool thing is, we will be running a new magazine.
Yes.
We'll both be running it. I'll be doing
I am now a publisher of a new magazine.
We will not name it just yet.
Yeah,
so
but
that we keep the name of the school.
I'm working with the biggest, best, fastest growing publishing company in North America.
So to step away from the plan and regroup after seeing what that
Yeah.
Zoo was like.
I get to actually like get back into dealing with adults and getting to use my MBA.
There
a
wasn't
little
any
bit.
chance on Green Earth. I thought you were going to go like, I got to get out of this. Screw this.
Yeah. Well,
you would drive 30 minutes to get home just to spend 4 minutes.
Oh, and my lunch.
And
I came home every time I had a lunch break. I drove home to be with Trey for at least 10 minutes.
Just white knuckle it,
and then I'd have to drive back. Okay, so because I just literally just did not want to be there, but yeah, I think the magazine is gonna. Oh man, this is it's right up my alley.
We'll do some a little more of a expose on what's going on.
Yeah,
we're getting it set up now to ready to go to print.
Yeah,
but anyway, not to get too much on that. But I mean, pay attention, and it's the alphas, and so there's Generation X, of course. There's the boomers, Generation X, then the millennials, then Gen Z,
and now it's Gen Alpha, and it's the Gen Alphas
that don't
this
have
is
any
the one.
sense.
This is the one we got to watch.
They're the ones that were like in second and third grade during COVID.
Yeah.
So they just
well, the ones that I dealt with. So when they came,
it's
to me, the behavioral element was just erased.
So there is I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's a conspiracy or whatever, but I think there is a, it's going to fit right into, kind of, I guess, if you believe that the powers that be are trying to dumb us down a little bit or make us less healthy or make us, so attached to the grid that they can basically shut off the next generation's way of getting things done, finding the way to the store if they just shut off the interweb.
Right.
I mean, it is worth looking at. It's not like we're exempt from, certain experiments, social experiments, and if you can get them at second grade, you got them. So,
oh yeah.
And we're not beating around the bush here.
No.
I mean, just spend time about teachers talking about kids, and I was like, I'd already heard Beth, and you really weren't complaining. You weren't even really complaining. Just like kids are just retarded.
Yeah,
like they don't know how to do anything.
Their behavior is so bad that like we had a cop on campus, and like twice a day we'd hear over the intercom, "We need officer so and so to room such and such."
Jeez. And then also liability now is such a mess that if you happen to restrain a kid in a certain way and they fall down, it's not on a camera.
Oh yeah.
Then you could get prosecuted, much less get sued.
Oh man, I got to tell you the other part too is they were just over sugared. Like probably every other Friday, we had some sort of sugar being sold, like snow cone day or like sweets day or cupcake day or something like that. And they would call it a fundraiser for the school. And I'm like, you're raising funds from the kids? So like the kids are paying for a snow cone?
So they've got mostly kids that are at least likely to get diabetes.
They're all going to get it.
And then they're having snow cone days.
They're having snow cone days, and then they're having like the highest sugar content candy days. And it happened constantly. It was constant. And then you could only go and get stuff if you had money. So of course, then you had like the poor kids couldn't get anything. I had kids asking me for money all the time.
Oh my God.
And I just was like, I can't give you any money. I'm sorry. Like I don't have $5
so do fundraisers so kids could buy candy.
Yeah.
Was there any paper trail for the money?
It was all cash.
Sell it?
Yeah, they would just sell it. I don't know. I'm sure it's all on the up and up, but like, selling sour worms.
What a crap way to raise money is selling
sugar.
Fat kids.
Yeah, and there's like cotton candy and all sorts, and I'm like, I mean, I enjoyed it, but I don't think that the kids needed it. Plus, and also I had to do the lunchroom duty.
Oh,
and everybody would just I hated it, but everybody would pretty much just get their lunch tray and just drop it in the trash. Like they'd go through the line. and then they just drop their tray in the trash. Like half of the students would do that.
Would they drop their whole tray and everything?
Yeah, they would just drop their whole tray with milk on it and the whatever food and stuff. And then you're like, oh, I wonder why these kids are so like just not. I mean,
well, you had kids too that would come in and they hadn't slept for 2 days because of the problems at home and stuff.
Well,
like
some
that.
of them were homeless. Some of these kids were going from house to house and apartment to apartment. Because they're being raised by their aunt, or and then the aunt's got to go away, and
so the public school system, the money we're throwing at it, your tax dollars are really going to work in a good way. Is that the moral of this?
It's pretty much like
podcast?
It's like an older daycare is basically what you're throwing your tax money to.
No, I remember learning to do stuff in daycare. And they made me drink my milk in daycare.
Yeah.
I don't remember there being a cop in the room at daycare.
Oh man, yeah, it was constant. But
anyway, well, I hope this was enjoyable for everyone. We are FUC.
Yeah, we're done, man. We're as the kids say, we're cooked.
Yeah. Oh, and don't get me started on 6-7.
Oh,
welcome
Lord.
to the lounge. Podcast you do.
All are welcome here.
So
bring a friend or two. We are the lounge lizards. Rodents and sheep are welcome. Lounge lizards.
It's the podcast you deserve. Lounge Lizards, come and join us in